Hello everyone, this is Yulia from Galileosky, and today we'll continue to explore trackers with the Wi-Fi module. Previously we learned about the client mode settings and built a simple client to hub to server data transmission chain. Now let's see how to configure the tracker to switch from the archive collector mode to client mode automatically. It's very useful when the hub itself has to connect to a Wi-Fi access point to transmit data to the server. We usually need to change the Wi-Fi mode when there's an access point and the hub has to upload data using it. The access point in most cases stays in the same place, and this is the main info for changing the tracker's modes. You can find an algorithm for switching modes based on the geofence on our website when we have a collection of such files. Go to Galileosky.com, hover your mouse over the support button, and select Easy Logic Templates in the pop-up list. Find the algorithm called Switching Operation Modes on Wi-Fi Trackers. Download this file. Start Configurator and open the algorithm on the Easy Logic tab. It consists of 3 chains. 2 of them describe the geofences. The first one is rectangular and the second one is circular. You can choose any of these options for creating a geofence. In the first case, you need to set the latitude and the longitude of the 2 points that create the diagonal of the rectangle geofence. In the second case, the coordinates are the center of your circular geofence and its radius in centimeters. It's up to you to decide what method to use. Do not forget to delete the other chain when you choose the geofence type. For example, I set the center of my circular geofence and its radius. In this geofence, my tracker must switch to the client mode, so I remove the chain that describes a rectangular geofence. You can't leave both chains because in this case the algorithm won't work correctly. The third chain of the algorithm is responsible for switching modes. The geofence is already defined, now I just need to add appropriate settings for the Wi-Fi module. At the beginning of the algorithm, we check the geofence flag. If the tracker is in the geofence, it must be set in the client mode. Open the Wi-Fi settings block and set the client mode and parameters of our local access point. In the second branch, which is connected to the state outside the geofence, we configure the Wi-Fi module parameters the same way, but now choose the access point mode. In this case, settings should correspond to the client settings. I also recommend adding the 5000 millisecond delay after the start block in the third branch to give the tracker some time to start all the hardware modules correctly. Now it's done. Save the algorithm and upload it to the tracker. Now the Wi-Fi operation mode of the tracker will automatically switch based on its geodata. Far from the local access point, the tracker will work in archive collection mode, which will allow all clients to upload data to the hub. Back at the base, the tracker switches to client mode and connects to a local access point. A common question about using the Wi-Fi channel is what distance is fine for transmission between devices. Trackers can connect to each other at up to 50 meters in the line of sight. In practice, the connection quality depends a lot on how antennas are installed and if other devices affect the signal. We recommend installing the antennas at each other's line of sight. Experience of our partners show that if the antennas are installed correctly, connection will be stable at the distance of 35 to 40 meters. As for the upload speed, 7200 point archive can be uploaded in about 6 minutes if the signal level is high. Please note that on newer firmware versions, starting version 41, when trackers use the Wi-Fi channel, the data is archived before sending. With a signal level of about -60 decibels, it took nearly 3 minutes to upload 72,000 points from the client to the hub during the tests. As you can see, the speed increase is significant. Of course, in real conditions, the connection distance and uploading time may be different. We recommend checking the signal level and finding the best place to install antennas. You can use global variables that show the Wi-Fi connection status in Easy Logic. For example, there are flags of connection between the client and the access point or the hub. A variable that shows that the client is connected is available for hubs. There is also a var showing the percentage of data uploaded from the client, etc. This will help you create a system for making sure that the client is connected to the access point. So, now you know everything about the Wi-Fi feature and its different operation modes. We discussed all the necessary settings and checked the typical algorithm for switching the modes. I hope these videos were useful to you. That's all for today. This was Yulia. See you later.